and he had many surgeries due to that, and just like many of his friends, which we don't even know the extent of a lot of his friends and all the difficulties that they have gone through. Um, Added to that was the trauma that Charlie got sick and died, and through this all, being in a supportive program like RAINS really was very important to Brian, because he knew people really knew about his concerns with Dad, and they cared about that. As far as something said about Charlie, I said that
Yes.
Charlie died in 2016, so he was with RAINS for actually 33 out of our 35 years.
Wow.
So we almost always wanted to go to RAINS as a family. Even Mark would go along. Donna was already too far in college and on her own pretty much, but we would go together, and yeah, we needed to be quiet while RAINS was in session. But that didn't mean that before it started or when it was over that we didn't really spend a lot of time and make good connections with each other. We were with well wishes on it and whatever, for how it, like at the end of the year, how their summer goes and whatever. And while Charlie helped with fundraisers and work in the barn when needed, he didn't lose interest when he was sick. And so I remember when we took him along, and he was just that he could walk it, and we took a chair along and he sat on the chair. And I think that's when my niece and her husband were there. And he was just involved, and his heart was still into it, even if his body couldn't be, right? And so when I look at that memory board, yeah, I called it a memory board instead of
A giving tree
board.
But isn't
And-
that wonderful that that's what it is?
Yeah, and then I just can't help but feeling that it's almost like his spirit is still with us in the excitement of being in the RAINS.